Charles is logging in now. We'll get him.
Hey, Brown.
Well, we're a little late, but let's do this. It's 7:04. 1 second, and I will share the screen. Hey. Okay, gang. Welcome, everyone. So we'll bring this to order, and one moment. Let's see if I can get there. Boy. Since we have our esteemed colleague here, Tom, where are you?
Everybody put
I'm here.
Please.
Can you see this okay, or do I need
Yes, I can. Hey, I don't need it. I remember that from kindergarten.
I'm just saying. So will you do us the honor of leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Absolutely. It's funny when you see it like that. It's like, boy, it really is short. Anyway, okay. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tom. Glad to have you back here.
Good to be back, believe me.
Jim, can you put yourself on mute, dude? Last week, if you look at the minutes, well, everybody was giving reports. It kept going to Jim. Every time he'd move in his chair, the microphone would pick it up and it'd switch over to his video. So try to fix that this meeting. Everybody be on mute, please, unless you're talking.
Thank you, Jason. With that, welcome, everyone. Thanks for your time tonight. We'll get right into it. So we've got the Secretary's report. Jason Burns, if you would, please.
Yep. Everybody should have got the minutes and the link to the YouTube video in the meeting, or in the when he sent out the agenda. Plus, I also posted the minutes and the on the chat here, so you can look at the chat and see it. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
All approved. Seconded.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody?
Raise your hand. That's the easiest way. If everybody's raise your hands or give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Thanks, gang. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Next up,
The
right here.
treasurer's report.
I'm sorry, Renee with the Treasurer's report. You bring that up again.
September 2021 treasurer report. We started with a beginning balance of $10,238.42. We had a credit back from one of the hotels at the CERT convention for $143.19. And then we had expenditures. Most of them were for the CERT conference. There were a couple of Pinellas County Parks receipts that I'll need, parks charges that I'll need receipts for. So whoever charged those,
Sorry.
I'll need those. I'm assuming that's Reggie.
Sorry. Yeah, that's me.
So our ending balance is $7,916.54. And I think we have a check that I deposited this past month for $4,184, and that was the grant reimbursement for the CERT conference. So our balance will go back up. And that's
fantastic.
So if I could get a motion to approve.
So approved. I get a motion.
A second?
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, treasurer's report passes.
Thank you, Renee. That was great. I appreciate all you do here and getting us all those grants. So without a doubt, it's a beautiful thing. So let's do a quick update on the hurricane season. It's been pretty darn quiet all month. But let me blow this up just a little. Can everyone see this? We've gone through almost all the names. Wanda's left. But it's looking pretty quiet. And as we said before, they did away with all the Greek letters. So next to it, you see the primary list, the secondary list of names they would pull from in case more hurricanes did come up. But since it's been quiet and good. Just everyone stay vigilant. Actually, you know that hurricane season does not end till November 30th. So we got a whole month left ahead of us plus. So just stay prepared, stay well. With that, we'll jump into the committee reports and get back to the calendar in a little bit. So first off is the training team. Jason, as the team lead for that, if you would.
All right, thank you much. Here, let me take myself off mute because I'm probably going to talk for a minute here. There we go. So a lot going on in the class, getting everything ready. I got the kits, most of the stuff loaded up in my truck, ready to go. We are, for those of you that didn't hear, the next class is sold out. We got 35 people signed up. So it's going to be a good one, a big one. You know, it's nice if you guys could show up on the first Saturday and Sunday on the 13th and the 14th. Not required, but we need everybody there on the 20th. You know, if you can at all make it on the 20th, it's all hands on deck. We're going to switch it up just a little bit, like we normally do on that day. We got all the different units covered and assigned to people to teach. Anybody who's teaching a unit, you want me to take some time to go over it with you, we can do a Zoom meeting and you can go through it. And we'll just do a quick run through on that particular unit that you're doing. I'd be happy to do that with you. Let's see, that's it on training.
Hey, Jason, sorry, Reggie here. I wanted to add this for the benefit of all our members and let everyone know, you know, you can use these as refresher courses, or if you do want to teach, you have any interest in it, you know, you can be a partner with whoever's teaching and be there on the sideline and learn from it. So just a thought.
Absolutely. Everybody's actually required to do 10 hours of training a year to be active, to be an active CERT member, whether it's doing a disaster drill, which will take up a big chunk of that, or doing your IS studies, your independent studies on the FEMA website, which I hope everybody's going through. I think next monthly meeting, I'm going to go through and kind of tell everybody all the extra stuff that you need in order to be, you know, quote unquote, a deployable CERT volunteer. FEMA just upgraded that list here a couple of months ago. The next class, we'll talk about that more later, but the county would like for us to come down and do a class in the county at the EOC, and already been told that getting the building is no problem. Just depends if that's too far for everybody to drive. That's something we can all discuss later, because we like doing them up here in our neck of the woods. It's less gas, less time when you ain't got to travel that far. But I was asked by the county if we could do a class down that way, if you guys are interested. But it's a group effort because I got a lot of you guys helping me teach the units, and I know all you guys got to drive to go do the actual disaster drill. So that's something we can talk about later. Any other questions about training? Anything I didn't cover? Concerns? Nope. All right. Moving on. What's next? Communications. So still having a little problems with the Echo link. I will have that back up and fixed by this weekend. It's just hard for me to get over there. I got a lot of stuff going on at home now. I got family in from out of town. It's hard for me to get over there to the tripod to work on that. Anybody who has experience with Motorola radios, we could really use some help. None of us know Motorola's. It was something somebody else suggested that we get, and we're stuck with them now, so we got to try to work with what we got. The repeater seems to be working fine. Haven't heard any negative things about it. James, you want to go ahead and tell them about the different classes going around, or are you still driving? He's still driving, ain't he? I don't see him on there.
Yeah, I'm still driving.
Okay, so make sure you guys that don't have your ham. Oh, new hams. We have a new ham.
2.
Mr. Newham, you want to introduce yourself?
Do I really have to?
Kenny
Your
got
name and call sign.
Yeah, what's your call sign, bud?
So my call sign is Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Yankee Bravo.
Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Yankee Bravo. All right, so that.
Congratulations, Kenny.
Congratulations, that's a big.
Thank you.
Way to
And
go,
Russ,
Kenny.
I think Russ is out there too. He did it in between meetings.
Yes.
Russ got his a couple weeks ago, or last month or so. Definitely shows some motivation. Ham radio license is a big thing. You know, when you're out there in the field and deployable, if they don't have a commercial frequency set up for you, you know, ham radio is about the only thing you can do. Otherwise, you're riding dirty. You know, you're going with FRS or GMRS, and you're not really supposed to do that. So please get out there and check on that. Kenny, about how many hours do you think you studied to get that? How much time did it take you?
Oh, it took me about 3 weeks, but each time was about maybe 2.5 to 3 hours each day.
So still standing by what I say, it only takes about 10 hours of study in total. You know, if you get it, do it all, you know, as close together as you can. If you do 2 hours, you know, or an hour for 10 weeks, you know, it's going to be harder to retain that information than if you can do, you know, like Kenny said, 3 hours, you know, a week for 3 weeks, then you retain the information a little better. And it sticks with you. And then, of course, we'll be working with Kenny, get him on the list, and for the communications team, and get going forward on that, teaching him some other stuff, which I know he's already working on programming radios and stuff, I believe.
Yeah, I'm kind of also trying to little bit study for like the general, just in case. Oh,
yeah. Very ambitious. The general is definitely the way to go. I wish I would have done my general closer to my technician. If you're gonna get into ham radio big and you want to, you know, expand that knowledge, the general is the way to go, because it opens up a lot of other frequencies that you can transmit on and work. And like a lot of your emergency frequencies are in the 80 meter range, which only you can hit that only on general. And that's what the counties are using, you know, if you're going to, you know, communicate all the way up to Jacksonville or whatever, you know, if we have communications go down and we need to get a message to Jacksonville, you're probably going to do that on 80 meters. Which is what I found out and why I'm trying to get my general license now, which it's harder because I've been a tech for so long. So I'm having to relearn the tech stuff too. Tie it all in together. Make sure you go to UPARC, UPARC.org. It's Uniform Papa Alpha Romeo Charlie.org. Upper Pinellas Amateur Radio Club. Check out their website for testing times and training. Also check out carshamradio.org. Clearwater Amateur Radio Society. They got training and testing on their website. And of course, the one that we like the most is that hamexam.org. Free study guides, practice exams. There's an app for your phone. If you use that app and just work your way through the questions, it's muscle memory. You memorize the stuff that way. And that's it for comms team. I guess we're going over to medical team now.
Okay, Renee's got something.
Oh, Renee.
You're on mute, Renee.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I just received in the mail the Ham Radio Insurance Associates. We typically take out insurance for our policy. Is that something we want to continue? I just keep paying it, so I just want to.
Yes, I believe we do. Yeah, I mean that's something that what it does is it protects our equipment. It basically covers our equipment, the repeater equipment, and so if we have a catastrophic failure because of storm or whatever like that, insurance company picks up a lot of that tab.
I like to review that policy, Renee. If you got a copy of the policy, so I can see. That's what I used to do is insurance. So I'd like to see what all the
It's a 1 page that I get. So Tom,
I don't know. I've never seen the original policy. I think that's something that Kevin had initially initiated with us, but that's through AARL, right?
Is through
ARRL?
I think, yeah. No, HRIA.
Oh, okay. Give that information to Jason and see what he can do to research that, because it'd probably be a good idea. But because I thought the insurance maybe that I was thinking of was through ARRL. So I might be mistaken. Maybe that's a duplicate that we don't really need to have.
Well, yeah, I was going to say this is on our equipment, because it says Section A is radio and related electronic equipment. We have 10,000.
Yeah, the insurance. It's an insurance company that ARRL uses for ham radio operators for their equipment, but it is through ARRL. But it's an insurance company that maintains it for us.
Yeah, so maybe going through the ARRL website, you might be able to see details of it. But it definitely is something we do definitely want to maintain insurance on our equipment, because it's a fairly substantial investment. And like I say, if we have a storm or anything that happens, something blows up, that will cover replacement for that.
I found it. It looks good. I just kind of glanced at like deductibles and stuff. Yeah, it's good stuff. So cool.
All right, let me go back to sharing screen. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Hey, thanks for that update. Medical team. Well, we just found out that we're going back to green guidelines, but good news, East Lake Fire Rescue is providing CPR AED courses for us.
Yay!
So that is this. Hey, who is that? James, silence. Put yourself on mute, will you? You're killing me. Thanks, buddy. All right, Saturday, November 13th. I know it kind of conflicts with the other class, the CERT training, but that's when they could first available weekend that she could do it, and on a Saturday because we don't work. So that's Saturday, November 13th, 9 to 1, 25. She might allow up to 30, but we'll have to see on that. And then she'll do it again the following month. So for anyone who missed that, she can get another 25 to 30 in, and between them, we should have most of us covered. So that's great news. It is $20 a person, but it goes to East Lake Fire and really to American Heart Association. So you get that official card, not just the Red Cross CPR, but the American Heart Association card. So it's CPR and AED and some life-saving stuff. If you are interested, you can, I'm going to put this out tomorrow. You can reply to it because there's an online part that you would want to do, you need to do. And that is for the life-saving as well as first aid part. But the actual CPR stuff does have to be done live, and that's the reason for the Saturday course. Any questions on that?
Hey, Reggie, I tried to register they had a class. It wasn't either one of those dates. It was October 30th, I think. That one was full, so I haven't seen these new dates yet. It fills up quick, because when I emailed her, and she said because the link didn't work, and she said the link didn't work for the forms because the class was booked. So if these classes are just for us, that's great.
Yes, yeah, you're right. I didn't mention that. I did in the email, but not in this. But you're correct. Yeah. This is only for East Lake CERT members.
Okay.
East Lake CERT. So
gotcha.
Don't worry about competing with anyone else. That's only for us right now. Okay. They're going to open up the classes again, of course, to everyone. But I did request these classes just for us so we could get certified and recertified. And I'll send out more details on that, but that's great. So all of us can get certified and recertified.
Absolutely.
But good question. So with that, that's the only other real medical training we have right now, but we're oddly enough coming up to the end of the year, so it's moving really, really quickly. So mid-November and then mid-December if you miss it, so don't worry, it'll be coming up the following month. And the next is search and rescue team. I see that Lopez is signed on here, and want to take that away? Where are you?
Yep. So, for that weekend, you're talking about that weekend?
That's the only one we have right upcoming is the upcoming SAR weekend, which also coincides with the basic CERT training as part of it.
So that weekend, regular SAR training, and also it's supposed to be a camp out. So my word or my words are always BYOFB. Bring your own food, baby, because I ain't feeding nobody. So yeah, you got to bring your own stuff. Make sure you have your adequate stuff. Like I gave the packing list of the ROTC unit. Have your meds, have everything that you need, because there ain't none of that going back and forth to the store type of thing. So, and you're supposed to survive with what you got type of stuff out there. So don't be saying, hey, you have this, you have that. No, I'm gonna be busy with 40 members plus the 35 members. So I'm gonna be running around with like a chicken without a head. So the usual training, you should know how it goes. I'm going to throw some intense stuff because I found out by a few pararescue friends of mine's, there's a fifth way to use the tourniquet on the body. So I'll be showing everybody that besides the 4 joints, your legs and your arms. So, but I'll throw some extra new things in the training, and I'll have a new mannequin in the training also. So that's it.
I got a question, SAR. Somebody asked me about more SAR training, and didn't we get some kind of educational class or something a year or so ago where people could get certified for SAR? What was that about?
Yeah, that one, it takes like a week or so. Some of them you have to go to the location and stuff, and that's for SAR tech. But that's for more deploying, you're going to be boots on the ground, searching for somebody, going through the buildings, crawling. There's actually a facility that one of my guys is going to in Georgia that they do the disaster training where they flood the little town. You go in and do rescue on a boat. And also when they drain the water, you look for the victims or bodies trapped inside the houses that was flooded. So he's going to give me the cost and the whole 9 to see if we can get a group going up there and find out how much it is.
That other SAR tech, was that a one-time fee and then now we can send people to it, or is that an annual type thing?
No, it's annual. It's every year. There's SAR tech 1, 2, and 3. And it's mainly for people that are going to deploy out into the field and do stuff like that, be into the nitty-gritty.
Okay, right on. I knew we had done something like that, but I didn't know if it was a recurring subscription or if it was just a one-time thing, or I just wanted to get a little more info on that. All right, thanks, man.
No problem.
Thank you, Lopez. A little more on that, as you can see on the screen. Those are the weekends. We have 2 cabins and 2 tent sites. So please, after I send this out this weekend, you can respond to that if you would like to camp, or if you really just want to come for the day, you're always welcome to do that. Just come for the whole day. There are facilities there, so restrooms and real showers, hot water, limited electrical, but you can charge up some stuff. So they do have that there. It's a really nice facility. Other training topics will be fire starting, ropes and knots, tarp shelters, which we usually do, but we'll do some ham radio comms operations, so protocol and stuff, compass reading, map reading, orienteering, knowing your directions, and other wilderness SAR skills. And something we want to start incorporating into each drill is your physical readiness, your fit test, so that we can all stay in shape, stay well, and stay healthy, especially in this day and age. Quick thing on the training schedule, as you can see, it'll piggyback off of the CERT class that's going on with medical, but it's also a good reminder and refresher course for us, rapid triage, head to toe and things. We'll do a lunch, and then we'll do the disaster simulation, which is the SAR event, search and rescue. After we come back and do a hot wash and a quick break, we'll continue on with other SAR medical operations. Easy way to say it's a triple T. You triage, you treat them, transport them out, or back to med, and then you keep going out. So we'll see if we can get the Jeep crew back out here again too. Some maps, compass, and orienteering. There is a nice course out there. If you don't know about Starkey Park, it's like 8,000 plus acres of wilderness. So a lot of area that we can work in. So it should be beautiful out. It'll be close to a full moon that weekend, and it gets darker earlier, so it should be really, really nice. The weather's starting to get better, so please, we want to see you out there. If you can make it, please come. I'll send that out this weekend. I'll tidy it up and we'll send it out. So that's it for search and rescue. Any questions? Can't see anybody. Got to raise your hand or something. No, we're all good? Okie doke. Let's go back to it. The multimedia and internet team. James, if you would kick off any internet news?
Internet news. Can you hear me? So I moved
Yes,
from my
sir.
phone. All right. Internet news. We have a new domain added to our collection, w4elc.org. We signed up for it a couple weeks ago, and we also renewed all the domains up to, I think it's 2025. So that's an add-on. Pretty close to getting a lot of the stuff that I promised to you done. It's a lot of coding and stuff, so trying to get it there. It'll soon have like the texting where you can send out a message out to all the phones on our team. Will be members areas for manuals and all that stuff. Trying to get the password portions working and all that stuff, so you'll have access to all that. But other than that, we're pretty much the same as last month. Back to you, Reggie.
Thank you, James. It's a lot of effort and a lot of time involved, so we appreciate that. Thank you. And Jen Beauvais, I see her in the crowd.
Well, I actually just realized I did have a question about the SAR training. Is there going to be a schedule, or because I was thinking of putting that on Facebook?
Oh, sure.
Like itinerary or whatever?
Yeah, I'll finish up what I showed you as preliminary, but I'll
Okay.
have it out by the weekend for sure.
All right, that would be really helpful. Okay, great. And if anyone has anything they want me to post on Facebook, I put something up today that Rebecca shared yesterday. It was kind of cool. Like, she made a decal. If you look at the Facebook, she made a decal of he's like CERT and put it on our car. I don't know how you did it, but it was pretty cool. So I just posted it. So if there's,
Where's
you
Rebecca?
made it on your own?
Yeah, with our Cricut machine.
I was very impressed.
Do
I
you
didn't know
have
that.
Can you show it to
you
us?
can make one.
I can't see. My screen is black. Like, everybody went away. I can see when you share your screen, but I can't see anybody. I don't know what happens. It does this every time.
Okay. No worries. We look forward to seeing it, or if you send it to me.
Let
We
It's
can
on
put
the
it out.
Facebook page. I posted it today. Just look at the Facebook
It's on the
page.
Facebook page.
Okay, got it. We'll do. Thank you.
But
That's awesome.
if there's other photos or anything you guys want me to share, just send it over and then I could post it. But that was a cool one because it was so creative.
Awesome.
So thank you for sending that, Rebecca.
Thank you. Renee, finance and fundraising. Is Renee back?
Okay.
Might be on
sorry.
mute. Oh, there you are.
Yes. Okay. So finance and grants, good news. We got our budget revised. So we are not going to be buying the $4,000 antenna this year because of regulations and getting it done the right way. So we were using that money that we would have spent for the antenna and some ancillary items. We're using that for a golf cart. So we're looking for a golf cart somewhere around $4,300, gas powered. I don't, the golf cart company I know, their cheapest one is 12,000. So there must be a high end. So I don't know if anybody has a connection to a golf cart store or anything, but if you do, let us know. And we're definitely going to be buying a golf cart.
I know of a place in Palm Harbor. I can go and see what they can give us.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep an eye out for a gas golf cart, preferably lifted with 4 seats and the whole 9 yards if you can find it, and then just send it to the board at eastlakecert.org so we can all look at it. And if it's something that the board want to get, we'll go and send somebody out to take a look at it and get it. I know it's not going to be easy ticket to fill for 4,000. I have an electric one that meets all those requirements, and I won over 3 for that, and it's electric. So a gas one, we got to find a good deal. Somebody's going to give us a good deal out there.
Another question I need to know is how many seats do we want? Because they come 2, 3, and 4.
That's why I said 4. The one with fold down seats in the back, so you could put a litter on it and carry a person.
Yeah, so you want the 3. You want the 2, and 4. It's to get like the very back. It has seats, and then it has a back seat and a front seat.
Yeah,
so it's total of 6 seats.
No, it's the back. It's 2 in the front, and then the back seats fold down to make a flatbed.
So you want a 4-seater?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe a 6-seater.
Yeah, you're talking $10,000 minimum for a 6.
All right. Well, let's see what we can get.
Yeah.
Why don't we just get a Humvee?
Yeah, we get a Humvee too.
Yeah, you can get the grant for that. I'm all in, pal.
Yeah.
It's actually one just sold for $3,600 from Government Planet.
Yeah.
No way.
A lot of them you can't run on the street though, so that's the big problem.
Oh no, you can run them in the streets. You can register them. I found out through the DMV.
Yeah.
You can register them and drive them in the streets.
It's another three, or it's expensive. I looked into it too. But on the back to the golf cart, we may have to start off with a 2-seater and upgrade it. Is kind of what I was thinking too, and modify it. More grants in the following years to get it upgraded or whatever. So that's a possibility. But
there's actually somebody selling one already upgraded. It has the whole ambulance stuff. It's in Pasco. I drove by it like 5 times. They're selling it for $2,000, and it has a siren. It has the lights and the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
Yeah, it's already converted, and it's in red. It's actual golf cart.
That's an option.
Oh yeah.
I'll stop by. I'll stop by this Sunday over there. I'll drive by over there and get the info and get their number and everything.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Okay, so getting back to mission manager report, we had. I put the report. This is probably the lowest month we've had. 160 volunteer hours, which equates to about $4,211 in volunteer funds that we get matched, or towards our $10,000 match. So keep putting your hours in mission manager if you can. And then level 2 background checks. We are still doing level 2 background checks. So if you haven't gotten your background check done in the last 5 years, we need to have you reach out to us so we can give you the account number. So it doesn't cost you anything, and you just present yourself at the it's usually like a UPS store or something like that near you. So you go on a website and just select the location, and it's pretty easy, and the results usually come back fairly quickly.
Excellent. Thank you, Renee.
You're welcome.
Good deal.
Excuse me. Can you send me the info? because I was in New York when we started this and I completely forgot.
Okay, sure.
But send me the info and I'll go get it done.
Okay,
Sorry.
so Darren, will you send me or put your email in the chat log, and I'll go ahead and send it right now?
Yes.
Can you send it to me as well?
Okay, if you put your name in the chat log, I'll go ahead and get it to you right away.
Thank you.
Good to have you all on here. Anyone else? Okay, I'll go back to sharing the screen real quick. Okay, so thank you for that. I'm glad a couple more people step up and get their background checked. So good deal. Well, I know I share the sentiment when I tell you all to give Tom a big hand and welcome his return. And with that, Tom.
Here I am. Okay.
I have membership and logistics.
And I have a plethora of information to share with you guys. Let's see. Status of the trailers. I think the trailers are still behind the station. I'm not sure. Haven't been over there. Seriously, I mean, I just have not had an opportunity. I really got out of the house for the first time this Saturday. And so I haven't been very mobile, to say the least. So inventory and any new equipment and the status of the trailers, your guess is as good as mine. Actually, I think Jason was in there, and he knows some of the stuff. I mean, he was doing some prep for the classes, what have you. But
I think Rebecca cleaned up the gray cargo trailer, did a great job on that. And then me and Russ and I can't remember who else was there. I think David, we kind of went through and got all the training stuff out of it. It's in my yeah, trailers look good.
So we actually can walk into them, right?
Sir, there's actually a path from the front of the trailer to the back of the trailer. I made sure they did that.
Fantastic, because I know last time I was there, we couldn't go from the front to the back. It was an obstacle course. Anyway.
I do have a project we need to do on the trailer.
What's that?
Medical bags that Reggie had us get. We need to finish the last of them. There's a special way that they want them put together.
Right, and I had told him I was going to do that, and unfortunately, I caught a little bug. So I definitely still want to do that, but yeah, I will take care of that. If you unless you want to do it as a team, we can do that. But certainly, it's something that I had committed to, and it just fell flat on my face, almost literally, not being able to do that. So
I was just going to say, if anybody wants to help, I guess reach out to Tom. I was going to say reach out to Reggie, find out how they want them bags put together. Reach out to Tom,
right?
And help him. He could, use some help on that. Appreciate
it. Yeah, I'll put something out. We can set up a time, do a little trailer work there, and put those bags together. It's really not all that difficult to do, because the stuff is nicely, all the supplies for any one bag are all in a single box, and it's just a matter of putting them in the bags in an orderly fashion so that all the bags have the same order, so that if you grab bag number 1, it's the same order, and you're going to have the same bandages in the same compartments in bag number 12. So it's just a very orderly fashion. It's the way we used to do it when I was a medic. Just because you don't want to guess, like somebody says, give me a a 4x4. Duh, you don't want to be searching for the darn thing. You need to know where the heck it is. So anyway, but yeah, we'll do that. New members and any re-engaged members and any new member news. I don't have any new members that I've been aware of or have been made aware of, and nor any re-engaged members who hadn't been doing stuff and have kind of come back into the fold. So that's kind of a mute point at this particular juncture. That's all I have on those subjects. Thank you.
Tom, didn't you have something on t-shirts?
Oh, yes. Okay, I was going to mention that on a later thing, but this is cool. We have decided as a board that we are going to discontinue the issuance of the dark green t-shirts, and any t-shirts issued now to all members are going to be those yellow, very visible t-shirts that for those of you who were at, say, like the 9/11 memorial, that really is very impressive when you see us in photographs. In fact, there's a photograph there. Jason just put one up. Very, very neat looking. Basically, you can't hide in a crowd when you got that shirt on. And that's what we really wanted. We wanted the high visibility. We initially said we would use those specifically for traffic control, what have you. But, the more we thought about it, those shirts are just perfect to be able to show who we are. And they do definitely stand out, especially in comparison to the green ones. So moving forward, any shirts that we issue are going to be those yellow ones. I hope you like yellow.
What is going to happen with the leftover greens?
That we're working on a plan. We're going to do a few things. We really have very few of the old greens. Anyway, I was just looking at the inventory, and I mean, literally, I think I've got between all the different sizes and what have you, probably about 30 plus shirts. That's not a whole lot. In fact, most of them are smalls, which doesn't do a whole lot of us good. Heidi, you could maybe get another one if you want. But anyway, we're going to do. We have a couple plans that we want to do with those shirts, and you'll learn more about that probably next month. But we're definitely going to be doing something with them to utilize them. They're not just going to sit there and collect dust. So that's it on the t-shirts. Hopefully everybody agrees that the yellows are a nice way to go. When you think about it, you're wearing them in the hot weather. That's a lot cooler, even though it's the same material as the greens that we have. Those are definitely much more comfortable, and you're not going to get as overheated with those. So moving forward, that's what you're going to be seeing. That's it.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay.
I appreciate that. You guys have already heard about Merit and Deploy Pro. We'll do more training on that so people get used to it. Is Eileen here? Events and activations. The next thing coming up really is the holiday celebration.
She was here. I'm trying to see if she's there. Unless she's got.
No, okay.
No, she's
That's
gone.
all right.
Yeah.
She's gone. No worries. We'll go over this in just a second because I'll do it in the calendar section. So, okay. Who wants to? Jason, you want to talk about or Renee talk about the bylaws?
I wasn't on the board meeting during that time, so I don't know. Have we?
Well, I can pop in with that one if you want.
Oh, thanks, Tom. Yep.
Okay. As all of you know, you should have gotten an email with basically let's say a ballot or a connection to the ballot for voting on the revision of the bylaws. To this point in time, I believe we only had about 17 individuals who have voted. There is a minimum quorum that we have to have in order to pass any changes in the. So for those of you who have not voted, and I know my personal take is I had a problem. Pardon me? All right.
Who is that?
Somebody put yourself on mute. Somebody's not on mute and should be. In any case, I had a problem voting, and Jason corrected the problem. There was a problem with that, the background information for voting. So if you have that email still, please go in and vote either yay or nay for the passing of the bylaws, because we do need to have as much participation as we have to be able to make them. Well, I say to either say yes, indeed we are passing the new bylaws, or we're not passing them. Next month we will announce the total vote and the decision of the group as a whole as to whether or not those are passed. So please vote. And I won't say vote early and vote often. That's only a Chicago thing. Just vote, please.
Vote or not. The link is in the chat. I posted it way back when the meeting started, so it's in there. So Google Documents.
Very good. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that.
Hey, Jason, I can't pull it up anymore. It's not showing in the chat.
There it is.
Okay. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that update on the bylaws. And please vote. So next up, Treasurer Renee. Do you want to jump in on this? Oh, you're on mute. You're muted.
Renee, you're still on mute.
Oh, trying. Bottom.
Okay. Am I here?
You can hear you.
Okay, great. I'm sorry. What is it that you are looking for?
I didn't know if you wanted to say anything about your treasurer term and.
So, well, I thought we announced this last meeting. My term is up the month of February, and I'm not going to be running to do another 2 years. So because of everything that has to be done with the treasurers, to turn over it in February to somebody who gets elected would be very problematic, because there's a lot of things that happen. And so we came up with a way of, since when the bylaws get passed, there's minimum standards to become the treasurer. So the only person right now that would be able to be the treasurer would be Jason. So he has agreed to shadow me or to meet with me and, go forward and, hopefully then run in February and be elected so that he can take it forward. It's just a very kind of complicated thing, unless, it's just a complicated thing. So, so Jason and I are supposed to be getting together and going over things. I'm trying to keep a calendar of all the different things that come in throughout the year and what have you. But if anybody is interested long-term in learning what the treasurer does, they're more than welcome to join us. Reach out to me if you want to see what goes on, and then we'll try and accommodate you. But Jason, we got to get together.
Well, thanks for all you do and all you've done, Renee. So
welcome.
Hopefully we'll still be around, but I can see how the treasurer, it's a busy and demanding position. So thanks for all your effort.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
You've done a fantastic job to this point in time, believe me.
Thank you.
Well, that said, the reason I want her to open up with that is at the end of the year, we had the upcoming elections, and this in odd years, it's the chairperson, the treasurer, and the parliamentarian. And
just to correct you, that is the even years. It'll be 2022.
Oh, is it? 2022?
Yeah.
I apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. And odd years are the vice chair and secretary. Got it. Apologies, gang. The upcoming, and then we vote in February, which is 2022. Sorry about that. But yes, those are the three positions. So you can think about it, and if you'd like to run or be in a leadership position, we've already got a few people who've said they would like to. So I'm so glad to hear that. A lot of interest in this, and we want your input, we want your leadership. So it's always a good thing. And Renee.
So Reggie, I think we're going to actually have 4 positions come available, because if Jason gets elected into the treasurer's position, then the secretary position becomes available. And that's a great entry level between parliamentarian and secretary. Those are 2 very nice entry level positions to get your feet wet, get on the board, and then hopefully graduate through the board. So I think we're going to have 4 positions.
And that is a good point. Because it is in the off year, we as the board would have to choose or appoint that person. But we do want to know who's interested. I've already gotten a notice of someone who is interested, well qualified, good go-getter. So hopefully that person will still want to do it at the end of the year. But yes, and you're absolutely right. So there would be that position open that would be voted on the board and appointed. But if you are interested in that.
And as an added side note, because that position normally is voted on or elected every odd number year, the term for that person who would be voted on by the board to fill that position, that would be a 1-year term. Certainly, the year following year, they could run for re-election and then, go into the normal 2-year pattern. But because it's filling a spot, it would be only 1 year.
Thanks. I appreciate that. That's why you guys keep me straight.
Yeah,
Anyway, good points all, and I appreciate that very much.
Just to kind of explain it, every year there's one position that is like an entry level position in the board. This year is parliamentarian is an entry level position, and then next year will be treasurer. In 2023, it'll be treasurer. So it'll be voted again. And then once you hold one of those positions, then you can be treasurer, you could, do vice chair, and then I think you got to hold one of those two positions to eventually become chairman, right? Or chairperson.
Correct.
Yeah, good point. That's true. And so, anyway, if anyone is interested, think about it. Next month or two, we'll be taking the names and nominations. With that, if the floor is open to anyone who has any thoughts, ideas, comments. Anybody? Raise your hand and unmute.
Reggie, the agenda shows the holiday celebration on December 11th. We didn't talk about that, but it's also the same day one of the CPR classes is going on.
Yeah, that's what I was going to work out with.
Claudia,
East Lake Fire Rescue, but Elaine was supposed. Eileen was supposed to speak about that, but she's not here right now.
Yeah,
so
Reggie,
I'm going to do that in just a second.
Okay. As the conflict that James brought up, I think that wouldn't be necessarily an issue. It's the same date, but the training that East Lake Fire Rescue would be doing is during the day, and our holiday party is in the evening. So that would not be an issue as far as not being able to make both of those if you wanted to.
Okay. I got a question. The last time I knew, we were having the holiday party in John Chestnut after the reindeer run. So has that changed?
It might. I was going to bring that up in a second, but 1 second. Might as well go to it now. He's asking about it. So it's good. Maybe excited to go to this. Let me go right to the calendar real quick. I was going to do this anyway. So we're now in October in the meeting. Here in November, we talked about the basic cert and then the SAR training. December 11th, we're supposed to have our holiday celebration coincide with the North Pinellas YMCA Reindeer Run. If that is still going, we'll still have our holiday celebration that same day, whether it's afternoon or right after it at John Chestnut, because we have to get confirmation that event is still going on. Either way, Eileen's not here to speak on it, so I'm going to have to table that and push it off. We'll give you plenty of notice in that regard. So we'll work on it.
Because if you look at that time frame, Reggie, that's 11 to 3. That's going to conflict with the CPR course. If it was at night, that'd be fine. If we move it somewhere else.
Yeah, it will. It will. We're going to find out there, and if so, we'll see if she can push it to the next weekend. But as it gets closer to Christmas,
I can't make the November CPR class. That December 11th is the only one I can do.
All right, I'll send more info out. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I can't confirm it right now, but we'll work on that. I'll see if she can push it to the next weekend or whatnot, because there is that conflict with the reindeer one, which we do actively participate in as a group. So, good question.
The reason they made it so close is that her thoughts were after we did the reindeer run, we would just all meet over at the shelter was the thoughts behind that. But I know we discussed in the board meeting earlier, all this is going to kind of change.
Yeah, it's a little tight. If you don't mind, Lee, give us a couple weeks to work this out, and then we'll straighten it out for the next meeting. We'll have that nailed down. So with that in mind, anyone have anything else to add?
I like them other things added to the agenda there on the calendar. The hamcation, that's going to be a good one if you're an upcoming ham radio operator. The National CERT Conference, I'd like to get somebody to drive over there with or fly or something. And then the Florida CERT Conference, I'm trying to keep it in our area. We've been talking about Orlando or Tampa. If anybody knows of any conference centers that can handle a large group that size in the Tampa Bay area, let me know, and I'll put that into the running with the Florida State CERT Board as far as being a consideration. Because right now the only thing I've heard is Orlando. I don't really want to drive to Orlando. I will, but I don't want to.
Hey, Jason,
Okay.
over in USF, they have a hotel over there. I think it's the Sheridan.
Yep. That's been mentioned to me, and I'm going to suggest that at the next meeting. It hasn't been brought up, but that's the only one that I know of so far is at USF.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
The Tampa Fairgrounds, it won't accommodate that many people?
They usually have it in a hotel so that they
Oh, okay.
rooms and all that stuff. It's kind of, they look for big, actual conference centers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a week-long event. Okay, thank you for that. That's more to follow on it. That's just upcoming in 2022. So with that, we've already been given all these reminders. Anyone else before we move to adjournment?
I just have something really quick. Lorraine, Glenn, and I see Darren got it. I sent you the instructions. I sent it from my personal email, so you may get it in spam. So if you don't get it in your email, check your spam.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Well, thanks.
Awesome. Good to see everybody. The new faces on here too. Hope to see you all. We will not have the meeting before this training. Oh yeah, we will right before it, but please plan on trying to make it. And we look forward to seeing all you face to face soon. If that's
Hey, Reggie.
it. Yes, sir.
One more thing. Since we've got our Cricut machine and a heat press, we're going to try to upgrade sometime soon on a sublimation printer where we can use ink on t-shirts and hats instead of the heat transfer vinyl. I was going to throw that out there to the team, and maybe we could do the shirts and hats maybe.
Well, we could probably do a little bit better price point with that, I'm assuming.
On that note, I would like to add something. I'm getting ready to order out our magnets. Anybody else need magnets besides Ronnie? I will place the order this Friday, and we should have them about midweek.
Yes, put me down for a pair of those.
So what I had suggested, and I was going to talk to Rebecca and Russ about it, is you guys that are getting this stuff, I know James is doing and putting in his time and effort to get them, and the magnets are extremely dirt cheap. I'm suggesting that you guys charge a little extra and make a donation to Eastlake CERT, because because of COVID, we really haven't had any cash coming in other than the grants, and we're limited to what we can spend our grant money on. So if you guys, don't give it away, charge a little extra. If you could, you guys donate your time and that's enough. But if you could get a couple extra dollars, that would really help us out tremendously. I wanted to talk to James and Rebecca about that later.
James, this is Jim. You can put me in for the 2 magnets as well.
So I have Tom, Ronnie, and who was it again?
Jim Serta.
And
Not a problem.
And Darren. 40 bucks a piece. Not too much for you guys?
Darren, a pair of those for him too.
Sounds good.
For a set?
I'm good. Jason, did you hear any more about the shirts that we can have embroidered with the call sign and stuff on it?
Yeah, you just got to get the shirts. I got a guy at Holiday that does a good job. The lady down in Dunedin is kind of flaking out a little bit.
Right.
The quality's not quite there. But my guy up here does it good. He'll come by and pick it up at your house, Jim. He lives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just let me know what the shirt style, the brand is. Is it Columbia or what is it?
Yeah, they're Columbia, and then James and Ed and I also like the what was the name of that shirt?
Proper.
Proper makes a really nice tactical shirt. It looks good. It's the darker green, which I kind of like, in my opinion, just to go along with the shirt. But Proper on Amazon, and they got deals. If you look for it and just hold off and wait, you can get some really good deals. Like they normally want $50 for it. I think I got mine for 25. I just
Sounds good.
Yeah. So either Columbia or Proper are the two that most people are getting.
Got it.
Good deal. Thank you for your input. Glad to see had a lively discussion going on. If that is it, we'll move to adjourn. First, second. All motion.
Favor.
Adjourn.
Thank you, gang. Thank you, everyone, for
Take
being
care,
here.
guys. See everybody again.